Hey everybody, good evening. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing pretty good out there. This is a pre-recording, not a live stream. I just wanted to come in because it's been a minute, and I know that for many of us who have been around the block at least 50, 60, 70 some odd times in this world, this is the time of year where we begin to feel our soul, our emotions and stuff being a little uneasy, unsettling, for lack of a better word. Um, we begin to think about those that we lost, whether it's a mother, a father, grandparent, a child, and that could be a child of young age or an adult child. You know, it's not an easy time of year. And I first want to thank those folks who've reached out to me and said, checked in with me and said, hey, Dave, how you doing? How you making out? We know this can be a tough time of year for you because they know that I've gone through, like so many of you, so many losses in my life. And it is tough. I'd like to say that every year gets a little bit easier and easier. And to a point, it kind of does. But I can't help but to sometimes think and remember what those years were like when my dad was alive, when my brother was alive, my grandparents. I knew all four of my grandparents, and I just lost my grandmother, my last grandparent, my mom's mom, earlier this year, which I hadn't really spoke about. A lot has happened in 2020. 2020 has been a hell of a year for me. Um, it's been full of ups and downs and all of that kind of good stuff. But this is the holiday season, and we all begin to feel it. And we all begin to go back over the decades and remember those Christmases or that Thanksgiving which is past or the new year that's coming up, that we remember those who we love. And of course, we cannot bring them back at all. I can say that we can keep them alive. I think I've done a pretty good job in keeping my dad and my brother and my grandparents alive over the years, especially within my children and within my grandchildren. That that makes me happy to be able to do that. And even though my children and my grandchildren did not know, you know, my little brother or my dad, and some of them didn't even know my grandparents, um, keeping their memory, keeping their spirit alive is what I've chosen to do for close to over 40 years now in some scenarios. It's not easy. The heart begins to reach out. The heart begins to yearn for them. The mind begins to go back and draws visions and pictures of all those years and all that time and all the fun stuff. And at this point, even the not so fun stuff with them becomes good memories. Isn't that something? How even the not so fun stuff that we may have had with our parents or a sibling, whoever it may have been, has become a good memory. As we can say now, you know, that crap wasn't funny back then, but now it's kind of okay. So I wanted to come in and just take a moment and say Merry Christmas, Merry New Year, Merry Christmas for those who celebrate Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate, whatever your beliefs, whatever it may be. I believe this is the time of the year to do it to the best. And I know, I was telling my wife the other night that, you know, I'm not in it so much this year because 2020 has been a hell of a year for me. And all I want to do for this holiday season is just relax. Is just put my head down every opportunity I have to put my head down, to lay my body down, to put my brain at rest, That's kind of all I want to do for this holiday season. So I'm enjoying everybody else. I'm enjoying watching everybody else enjoy the holidays. But I could not forgive myself if I didn't come in and wish all of you a Merry Christmas and suggest to all of you to just, as we go through the holidays, just take one step at a time, 1 minute at a time. It's a good time to pull out those old pictures if you're remembering somebody that you lost that you love. Pull out those pictures, look at them, remember them, and cherish their memories, And at the same time, continue to do your best to make memories now, because we're still here. And as long as we have breath in our lungs, a pulse in our heart, and we have mobility in our body, we're still here. And I tell you, life is awesome. Life is worth living, and we should live it to the fullest that we can at the moment. Okay? So do that this holiday season. That would make me happy, because that's what I'm going to do in my own way. I'm going to enjoy everybody just kind of enjoying the holiday, and I'm going to enjoy the holiday with myself and my family as much as possible, and build some more rockets. Not doing much music right now, trying to get some things wrapped up so that I can put some stuff out for you folks next year. Trying to get some podcast stuff going as well, so I can get some podcasts for you out next year as well. So I do plan on becoming more active creatively in 2023. So look out for that. I do not want to get into it right now, but it's definitely on the plate, and it definitely will be done. So until then, enjoy the holiday. Enjoy this time. Spend time with those that you love. Pray for those that mean you no goodwill, and do your best to be the best that you can be. Do your best to understand how you think, how you feel, what motivates you, what hurts you, what makes you feel good. Continue to do the best that you can do to be the best that you can be. Sometimes we don't always recognize that. Sometimes we don't always see who we are, who we're being. But become aware. Try to become aware. Try to become conscious of those things in your life, of who you are in this moment. And try to be aware of those things. Because sometimes the things that we don't know can hurt us. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually. So try to become more aware. And I look so forward to engaging with you guys as the new year comes in, as I get more and more back into doing live streaming and podcasts, everything. I want to thank everybody also. The post that I did that says, "What are you grateful for?" Thank you for all of you who have put in a comment saying what you're grateful for. That helped me a lot. Just seeing what everyone's grateful for, because sometimes I don't always feel very grateful. Sometimes I feel like, what the hell, if I have to say. Sometimes I just kind of feel that way, And I then have to stop myself and say, I'm very grateful for so much in my life. And even though sometimes my emotions, my feelings, my upsetness or my anger, whatever you want to call it, sometimes gets the best of me, I have to create some space and just pause for a minute and say, hey, man, you have a lot to be grateful for. And sometimes that has to be appreciated. All right, so I don't want to take up too much of your evening. If you feel up to it, leave a comment, say a little something. Give me a shout out. Wish everybody else here, all the other fans who are here with you, wish them all a happy Merry New Year or a happy Hanukkah, whatever it is, whatever your spirit connects to at this time of year. I wish it for you, and please wish it for everybody else who's here on this page and who's part of my little music community going on here. All right, so until then, once again, for the 10,000th time, happy holidays, enjoy your holidays, and keep those precious memories of those people who we love so close to your heart. Because one day, someone else is going to be keeping us and their memory of us close to their heart. All right? And that's important. Have a good evening. Have a good week. Have a good holiday. Until then, as my grandmother would say, keep on living. Night out.